song that's never been heard. How do you know when you hear the call? What do you do when you've done it all? Cannonball, 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 cannonball. It's not what you do, it's how you do. Be anything you want to be. It's not what you got, it's how you do. You be you and I'll be me. It doesn't matter. You can't make it. Smile after smile. Feel free. If you got the soul, you can make it. Move 'em out. Let 'em roll. From sea to shining sea. Ball. Cannonball. What do you do when the mountain is there? How do you answer the challenging day? When your back's against the wall, what do you do when you've done it all? Cannonball, cannonball, cannonball. It's not what you do, it's how you do. Be anything you want to be. It's not what you got, it's how you use. You be you and I'll be me, it's just a matter of style. You can make it, smile after smile, feel free. If you got the soul, you can make it. Move 'em out, let 'em roll. From sea to shining sea. Ball. Cannonball. Hey, now cannonball. 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 Cannonball.
Yes, indeed. Good afternoon, morning, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the Apex Online Racing GT. Oh, I've knocked a plate over it. That's actually completely put me on my stride. I'll try that again. This is the Apex Online Racing Project Cars GT3 Season 7 Round 8 here at Silverstone. My name is King-Kodiak and I will be your commentator throughout this evening's race. And hello to you, GT fan. Franco goes for the win. Well, I'm sure he'll be quite happy to know he has the support. Right. Before we go into that, whoop, there's that. Let's move that out of the way. Unmute that whilst I'm here. You can hear the qualifying session going on. It has about 9 or so minutes left to run. This is how the championship standings currently look, with Vadim extending his lead at the front, with Warnside struggling. It's Hockenheim last time out, and Vadim getting the win. Sadly, we had a couple of disqualifications. Star Classic and Brzezinski falling a bit foul of the corner cutting rules that have been a bit tightened up for telling this season. Lovely second place battle we had between Morvik and Vadim last time around, and Wacky Racer claiming his second podium of the season, as you can see. Right, let's get on with the show then. Let's see where everybody is. And as you can see, we have got 16 runners currently with us. We have, whoops, that's Wartire going for a bit of a wander in the roof. We are in the dark, as you can see. Where the heck is he? Yeah, he's gone into the pits. So Wartire currently leading the way with 158, 121. What a stunning! And he's coming out again. He's having another go at it. Dean in the Audi, 158, 245. Lovely time to the front. He is going through. That's turns 1 and 2. He's going through Abbey Farm Village, I think. Where is he? Oh no, he's completely wrong. That's Bacchus he's just done. That's coming down the hanger straight, heading down towards Stowe. So currently 158, 245, just 1/10, 1 and a bit tenth away from Wartire. Conor McCoy currently in the third position. in the roof, 158.304. Now, I apologise in advance if I start coughing. That's because I have a cold, but I will not be denied from my commentary duties here this evening. Wacky Racer, 4th position. He claimed a great podium last time out. 158.375. Crikey, he's close to the top. A bit of a gap here for Star Classic. Glad to see Star Classic back with us. He had considered leaving the league, but very happy to see that he has reconsidered and he is back on circuit. He's just coming through. That's the tail end of Marcus Beckett's then going through Chapel and coming, I think, oh no, he's going through, that's still Marcus Beckett's, isn't it? Yes. And now he's going through Chapel and onto the hangar straight then. So currently 5th, 158.912. Orvik is in 6th position in the Bentley, 159.041 as he is, oh, and that's, who's that getting out of his way? I think that was Max. I think that's Max sat there trying to get out of people's way. Quite right, well done you, and the camera is lost. There we go, picking up the Bentley then, as he is onto the Wellington straight, heading down towards Brooklands. Gonzo in the roof, on the same piece of track. A lot of people out, and having another go. A back. Good to see him back with us. He's a stand-in driver. Whoa, as he gets very, very leery. And he's gone into the pits then. 159.314, currently in 8th position. Fast draw. He's in the pits then, I take it. Oh no, he's just coming out of the pits along with the McLaren as he's just clipped through. Fast draw in 9th place. 159.374. Nick Mido is the McLaren that he just clipped through. Also coming onto track. 10th position, 159.378. Max AFC in the Audi. 11th, 159.752. As that, I believe, is the hangar straight he's just come onto. Yes, it is. With Neptune, I assume that is behind him. Yes, it is. In the sister Bentley. Coming in 12th, 2 minutes, 181. Rebecca Droves in the Aston. Oh, we've just lost some. Star Classic has taken the pole. Didn't spot that earlier on. There he is. Star Classic has taken the pole position. We've lost one tyre. We have just lost one tyre. Our former pole man. I think he might have lost pole just before he dropped out. He's cutting it fine to get back into server and get a lap done. One tyre may have just lost his front row start. So, Star Classic, 158.184 by, I think, hundredths of a second. 14 thousandths of a second he's taken the top spot. And here I think it's Fadine. He's just completing the lap. Does he improve? He does not. At the current time. Who were we looking at? We were looking at Frank Jones, weren't we? There he is. There is the Pad Master. Just coming through the loop. Going through Aintree and onto the Wellington straight. I think. Yes, he is. 13th in is HFO. He's in a roof. 201.339. Oh, he's in a Bentley. Why did I think he was in a roof? He's in a Bentley. What am I talking about? Currently 13th with a 201.339. Brzanczyk, sadly, the other victim to fall foul of the stewards' investigation last time out. Oh, we've lost somebody else. Are we looking at a disconnection? Are we looking at a lobby problem here? Not long left of the session. We're down to 14 drivers then. One tyre has returned to us, so whatever problem one tyre had, he has come back. But I don't know. He's not going to have time to do a warm-up lap and do a sort of qualifying time. Groby then's just coming around to complete. Oh no, he's not. It's come through Wicket. He's down to Cops. Currently in 14th and at current last position. Well, one tyre now occupying 15th and what is essentially last. Of course, myself in the 16th spot. I sure as hell will not be racing against these guys as we see Groby coming through Marcus Beckett's. Beckett's chicane now, going through Chapel, on to the hangar straight. A lovely sound glitch that Project Cars gives us. Streaming on down to Stowe. Right on board with Groby. Less than 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Down to Vale. Heavy braking then as he goes into 16, turns out, whoa, steady, tail end of Vale then, as he now hits the gas, gets the line right through Club. Does he improve from 14th? Answer is, There's the line. The line's quite a long way down. And he jumps up to 159.798 into 10th position. Not a bad, it's a pretty decent, compact amount of time, broadly speaking. Star Classic, stunning effort there to claim the pole by such a narrow margin. Where are our front runners? Star Classic is in. His day is done, but Vadim is not. Vadim, I think, is just coming around Brooklyn. Yes, he is. Second place man then, leading the championship. Comes around Luffield. Through Woodcote. That's one of the that's HFO in the Bentley just behind you could hear. Oh, excuse me. I'll try not to cough, but I may end up doing so inadvertently. Oh, slightly wide on the exit of Cops there, heading down to Maggots and Beckett's. And that's Gonzo directly ahead of him. It's not too dark that I can't spot who's who. Obviously, I've got the name at the bottom, which does rather give away who we're looking at. When it's foggy, that's when it gets tricky. I'm just going to take a drink here, bear with me. For those new to the channel, for those new to the stream, for those new to the video, by whatever means you are watching this, welcome to you all. That's the roof getting out of Vadim's way there. Just follow Vadim down to Vale. He exits there, he's now going to the club. Does he improve? Does he reclaim that pole spot? Oh, nearly too wide on the exit of club. And he does! Vadim has taken it by 131 thousandths, so just over a tenth. Vadim reclaims that pole position. Very nicely done. And Colonel McCoy has pulled over. But it's not. Interesting return to the pits. Groby's just jumped up to 5th then. And with a last minute effort there. 159, 159 for Groby. Excellent stuff. And this looks like, I don't think anyone else is actually on track at the moment. Oh, HFO is doing some donuts there. Why not? Entertaining the crowd. Oh, that's really disorientating. So there we go, and then there is your qualifying positions. And Vadim at the very death, taking that pole spot from Star Classic, Colonel McCoy 3, Wacky Racer 4, Groby 5, Gonza 6, AVAC 7, Faster 8, Nick Mido 9, and Max AFC rounding out the top 10. Right, now is an opportunity for me to embarrass myself as I come out for a drive. So we're looking to have 15 races with us this evening. On we go. Morvik has rejoined, so this one's going to be 16. At least I have the driver line off. It's a favourite thing for me to leave on, but the video series I'm running at the moment means I have the driver line off by default. At least I'm a bit more familiar with this circuit than I am with a number of them, as I have done this circuit in my Wacky Roundup Challenge, the Project Cars video series I'm running. That doesn't mean I'll get the braking points right in this car, mind you. Like that one, for instance, that was a tad early. And I have no drive raise on either. Whoops! Slightly too much gas there. And we've just lost Brasanchik. Not good. Hopefully he will be able to return to us. Oh, way too hot, way too hot. I was distracted by that. Flew off the road at Cops there. I'm still really adjusting the fact that I have no driver line. Just slightly there, a few Beckett's. Maggots rather. Now I'm in Beckett's and I've gone off. And that's a cut. And what's HFO doing over there? Through Chapel and onto the Hanger Straight. Any Formula 1 fans out there may remember this long here that we had a number of tyre blowouts in the British Grand Prix. Oh, crikey, that must have been 5 years ago now. Whoa! Oh no, it was whilst Lewis Hamilton was in Mercedes. It leading the race and was denied a home victory as a result. Britanchik has returned. Good to see. Updates from Warwick. What's something to read? I think I'm the only one on track at the moment. Wartire will regain his P2 position. So by mutual consent then, Wartire has been allowed to regain second. Morvik regains sixth. Okay, so during the warm-up lap then, people will be, whoops, whoa, too wide. People will be letting them through. So people will be standing still then, allowing Wartire and Morvik to regain their positions that they had lost. That is due to disconnects. I'm not sure what that last word was. To drive and read at the same time. That's why it's illegal in this country. Whoa! Thank you, Franco Rose. I'm not too bad. It's just I got a cold, and with the battering I gave my throat last night with the Rocket League tournament, which I had a blast doing. I did think about sitting this one out, but I really didn't want to. I don't ever want to let the team down, but also it's Silverstone, my home circuit, so way too slow. How are you feeling ahead of today's race, Mr. Frankadrose? Not see that apex in the dark. I really hope everyone's not watching me. Ow! Well, you, the viewer, of course, is right now. No sooner did I have that thought, I then went off the road. Hope for the top 10. Well, you have a fan in the channel already, Frankadrose, so we wish you the best of luck in tonight's race. I assume is Nick Mido ahead of me, and he has jumped out of my way. I think he's jumped into the pits as we have passed the 5-minute mark, so I will be doing the same. Oh, and that's anyone else on track? Morvik's just coming out, I think. No. Nick Mido's out there, Fastraw's out there. The only two cars currently on track, so we are back up to 16 for this evening's race. There is the roof of Fastraw. Looks like, where is he? I think it's Laffield. He's just coming around. Yes, it is. And we have skipped the session then. Right. I love the noise of this Merc. Now I'm going to be holding station so that I can push any ghost cars out of the way. So Morvik and Wartire will be retaking their positions. That's we had cars spawning inside one another, and one spawned inside me by the look of that. Fantastic. I will get out of the way. Actually, I don't want to be causing trouble for anybody. This game is flaky at the best of times, that much we all know. So the team has led the field away. So those new to the stream, we do a rolling start here in the GT3 League. But due to disconnections, there has been a bit of reshuffling going on. So Wartire has taken second position, and Morvik will be up into sixth then. Groby is currently in that position. There is Morvik. So he will be taking that position from Groby, probably on the winning straight. There he goes. Groby obligingly keeping to the side. So we are doing a rolling start then. We had a going back into the front. So the field will do a lap under reduced speed conditions, and we've got Neptune at the back. Neptune is still on the grid. Neptune is in trouble. Oh dear. But nothing I can do now, as I am in the pits, so nothing I can do about that. Neptune's away. Neptune is thankfully with us. He will be able to catch up with the rest of the pack then, as the pack currently are coming down to Cops, so they're about half a lap away. Look at there, you see there's straggler at the back. That's Brzancic's fallen off the back of the pack as well. Oh, excuse me. So the grid will form, going to be Maggers and Beckett's then, around Vale, in between Stowe and Vale, I believe the formation point is, where the field will form the 2x2 line, and in readiness for getting this race on the way. They are currently limited to 80 kilometers an hour, 80 miles an hour, about 120 kilometers an hour. Team and Worn Tyre there. There is Star Classic. Very, very close battle at the front there. Bearing in mind, it was only just over a tenth between Star Classic and Vadim. One time was slightly in the middle of that. There we go. They have formed the 2x2 line. And crikey, Neptune's still quite a way back. Looks like he's going to hit the pack at racing speed, but he's going to be quite a long way back here. He's coming through Maggers and Beckett's now. As the field coming down towards Vale. I mean, it has happened where a second parade lap has occurred. No, I don't actually think that's necessary, because he's in a very fast part of the track there. Scott Hanger Straight. He's got Stowe to do. He will probably just catch him at the point that they have hit the gas and get the race underway then. So any time from great camera that is. Any time from now, Vadim can hit the gas to signal the start of the race. One tire's getting impatient, and away we go. We are racing here at Silverstone. Vadim's, of course, had a pretty good start. Star Classic's having a good look on the inside of One Tyre at turn 1 at Abbey, and looks like he's got that second position. Can he hold it though? One Tyre's now got the insides through Farm and reclaims that position then as they come into Village then. Star Classic back down to third. Colonel McCoy's on. I hate that camera. So is Audi, Roof, and Roof. That's the top four. Top four keeping themselves well behaved. McLaren of Wacky Racer there in 5th position, with Morvik is still in 6th. Groby there in 7th. Gonzo 8th. Doesn't look like there's been a major amount of position changing going on at the moment. There's Nick Mido having a look on the inside of Brooklands. Oh, and that's from another Wacky Racer. Impact with Nick Mido as well. And that's impacted on. Lost track of who was he hit. Oh, disaster for the McLarens as Nick Mido Wacky Racer lost all sorts of position. There is Neptune. Oh, Star Classic is in trouble. Star Classic is in trouble. Where is he? There he is. He's in 8th. So he's had trouble on the exit of Luffield Woodcut. He's lost another position. That is A-Back that's gone past him. A-Back as it probably should be. Star Classic, what a disaster for him. He's already looking to try and regain that position from the blue roof before he gets to Beckett. Before he gets to Maggers, rather. And as he's going to do it, yes, he does. Oh, that was so close. Very brave, and manages to get the move done just before he goes through the Maggers Beckett's complex. Back up to the front. Vadim leads from One Tyre from Colonel McCoy now. Vadim already managed to break away to about 2.5 seconds along that Hanger Straight. I keep getting my name muddled up, I do apologise. Now coming through Stowe down towards Vale. One Tyre 2, Colonel McCoy 3. Colonel McCoy hanging to the back of One Tyre pretty well. There we see Morvik, he's now to 4th position. Groby 5, Gonzo 6. Excuse me. Oh, that's a pathetic camera. Morvik is losing the back of those the 2 roofs and Audi ahead of him. Groby is carrying on at the moment. Wacky Racer's gaining another position from Nick Mido and Brzancic. We'll look at the overlay. There's Gonzo coming through. Abbey and Farm down to Village. See, that's such a blurry camera. I don't understand why that camera does it. They're probably absolutely lost. Whoa, look at that. There's a 3 wide there. That's fast. Frankendros. He's gone up to 9th position. He's had a great start here at Silverstone. I think this track should favour the Aston a bit more than some of the other tracks we've had recently. Fast Rod down to 10th position. Ayback is down to 11th then. He's not had a great second lap. Wall was getting a bit sideways there. I think it was Franco Dro's locking up his eyes. There's Wacky Racer in 12th now. After his disastrous first lap, Nick Miner right behind him. He's HFO, I beg your pardon, with Brzancic, and he's Neptune right behind him. So they're bouncing over the curbs then. Let's go back up to the front quickly. There we see the top three: Vadim, Colonel McCoy, and Warntire. I beg your pardon, no, Warntire and Colonel McCoy, second and third respectively. Oh, look at that, with a big bounce off the curbs there for Morvig and the Bentley. As he clouted the exit curve of Beckett's, I think it was, or entrance curve into Beckett's, I should say. As he comes to Chapel and onto the hangar straight. Oh, Franco Dro's in trouble! Franco Dro's in trouble, where is he? No, he's spun! Franco Dro's, where is that? That is Maggotts Beckett. Oh, what a shame, he was having such a great start. The Aston now down in last position. What a shame for him. Let's see how he can recover from that as the race continues. Redeem them. Continuing on his way. What is this camera? Great, I'm staring at the building, so I've got more camera problems. Wonderful. It's quite unusual actually for Silverstone. One tyre holding on to that second position there, but he is a couple of seconds down from the leader at the moment with Colonel McCoy. A second or thereabouts behind one tyre, so these three not spread out a great deal, but spread out enough that they're not challenging each other for the position at the moment. Morvik is a couple of seconds down from the lead trio at this moment in time, but he's got a bit of a gap to Groby them in fifth position in his roof. There's Gonzo in the next roof. I can't use it. I'm going to mainly stick to this camera, I think. Star Classic then is trying to recover from a disastrous start. Back up to 7th position with his teammate just ahead of him. There is Max in the Audi in 8th. Not been too bad for him so far. Fast Draw, 9th. Wacky Racer now to 10th position. Every time we look at him, he's gained another few. So hopefully Wacky Racer can continue his progress. And there is Abach in the roof. Just coming around left field then with Nick Minos right behind him. That race battle there is not done by any stretch. You can hear the Bentley of HFO with the American Brzancic not too far behind. There is his Neptune. Oh, Greggy's still right with Brzancic there. Looks like he gave a bit of a nudge then. But I'm sure that wasn't the case as they are now heading down towards Maggotts Beckett's. HFO's not had a good run. Brzancic's got the inside of the oh dear, an impact between the Merc and the Bentley. Oh, that's Nick Bino getting a bit out of shape there. We saw the tyre smoke going off there, and there's Franco Dro's trying to regain some lost time. Let's have a look at the lap time so far then. Fastest lap predictably is this man Vadim with 1:59. No, I beg your pardon, it's not. It's actually this man Colonel McCoy. Well done. That's a pretty good effort. We can see actually Colonel McCoy is visibly closer to that of Warntire at the moment. So he'll be looking to get that pressure on there. Oh, Starkler's getting very wide. Groby's gone to the inside. Is he letting his teammate through? Yes, he does. Gonzo decides to allow Star Classic through to continue his progress. A bit of flash of lights. Thank you there for Star Classic. He now has Groby in his sights as they come into Village Curve. How is Star Classic going to continue his recovery? He's doing a pretty good job at the moment. We will keep an eye on him, see how he does. Because it's not too far behind me, it's quite clear that Star Classic has the pace at the moment. That's Brzancic and Ward, and Neptune have swapped position, and that's for 14th place. That's down at Village, I think. And also Lubin Aintree as they now go onto the Wellington Straight. That it is. And there's Franco Drozi. He's on a mission then. His last lap, 2:02, is 2:24, was nearly a second faster than Brzancic ahead of me. He's really catching to the back of the pack pretty well. So I fully expect to see Franco Drozi getting stuck in there very, very soon indeed. HFO, look at this. This is 11th, 12th and 13th here. This is Nick Mido, Abach and HFO. All in pretty short succession then. I'm going to risk the external cameras. Oh, and that's the roof's gone wide. That's going to give HFO the run on the inside. And he's got him. That's very cleanly done there by HFO just before he gets into Maggotts. and just gets into the rim so easy. If you're out of position, it's very easy to throw it onto the grass if you can't quite get your rhythm in time for the Magnus Beckett's complex. But on board with the roof of A-Bach as he now looks to try and challenge back for that 12th place from HFO's Bentley. Goes to the inside. The Bentley doesn't look to defend that line. And, oh, he's bailed. Nicely done, HFO. He gave the racing room. And in the end, he didn't need it. But now he's going to switch to the inside before Vale. No, can he slow it down? No, A-Bach has missed his braking point. He's going to go the direct way, but that's going to lose him a whole bucket load of time. There goes HFO. There goes Neptune. Yeah, that's lost him a whole bucket load of time. And there you see, was that Brzezinski and Frankatros, I think, straight behind him. Star Classic. Oh, he's just gone off the road there. As we caught up with him, where's that? Let's go through Abbey. Then he's side by side with Groby. Oh, as Star Classic goes a bit wide, trying to go side by side with his fellow roof. Risk the external cameras. Oh no, because they want to give me. Oh, come on. There we go. Groby on the inside, Star Classic on the outside, coming through Brooklands. Still side by side. No, Groby hangs on to that 5th position. That's pulling Gonzo in with this particular battle there. We have a battle for 5th place as Faster and Wacky Razor swap place. Star Classic continues. Can he do anything about the roof ahead of him? Oh, he's very, very close again. On board with Star Classic. You see Groby taking a much tighter line. Star Classic choosing to use all the track he's got available to him as they come into Maggots. Nothing he's going to be able to do here unless Groby makes quite a major error. But that does not mean he can't try and distract his fellow roof driver. Through Beckett's nice and cleanly. Now going through onto the Hangar Straight. 3 roofs here. 5th, 6th and 7th. Star Classic now going to size up an opportunity on the way into Stowe, but no, well defended by Groby there. Heading down there in the background was Morvik. He's rather running his own race at the moment. Oh, and that's an inside lunge by Star Classic. We saw this move very early on, and Star Classic has made it stick. What a beautiful move by Star Classic on his recovery. Oh, damn cameras. On his recovery drive. Groby had no answer for it. Brilliant move. I'm so surprised he got it to stick, actually. We saw A-Bach try it earlier on. Oh, and Groby hit the corner, hit the curve rather very hard at Abbey. So that will lose him a bit of position, lose him a bit of momentum, I beg your pardon. These 3 roofs just come through the camera. That's Max AFC. You can see in the background there. Wish these cameras would keep up. Can Groby? Oh, you can see the gap that Star Classic already has, roughly a second or so, as they head down towards Brooklands again. A much wider line than Star Classic takes. Oh, Groby got a little bit out of shape there, but managed to keep it going. Star Classic looks into his rhythm then. And away he goes. Kona McCoy still has, this is the top 3, so Vadim you see in the distance. Still holding on to the lead. One tyre, keeping Kona McCoy at bay. Let's have a look at the lap times. 1:49.1 for Vadim, 1:49.6 for all time, 1:49.6 for Kona. 49.59, I beg your pardon. Fastest lap, still in the hands of Kona McCoy at this moment in time. As they head down the Hangar Straight. Very well spread out. There's Morvik. You can see the podium 3 ahead of him. Star Classic then is free of Groby. Look at that. That's what 2 seconds looks like in these GT3 cars. And Gonzo's not far behind Groby, so we could be seeing a challenge for 6th position here as Gonzo keeps the pressure on Groby then. Further down the field is, A-Bach has just lost the position to Brzezinski then. That's 14th position now in the hands of the Mercedes. And look at that, side by side. That's the 2 Bentleys, HFO and Eve Neptune. Oh, round Stowe. Side by side. Well respected then. Oh, is Neptune coming in the pits? No, he's not. Still side by side. Coming into Vale. Oh, they're still going at it. Neptune's not going to have the inside line. Oh, beautifully defended by HFO there. Keeps hold of that 12th position. Brilliant stuff by the 2 Bentleys. I'm not sure I want to be trying to have side by side action with a pair of pleasure boats, but there we go. Now then, let's get back to this battle here. Gonzo and Groby then, they're still pretty close together. About a second-ish between them. You can see in the distance, that's Star Classic ahead of us, so you can see he really has broken away. And, looking at the distance here between these three will keep changing. Wartie's now got a bit of a wiggy on. He's now chasing after Vadim. There you go, that gap at the front has definitely decreased. Oh, but the gap that has decreased is this one. It's Franco Droz. Look at that. He's right with the pack now. That's A back. You can see ahead of him. Oh, getting very wiggly there. Franco Droz. Oh, that's lag. That's blatantly lag. Thankfully, it hasn't sent him or anyone else off the road. Oops, Franco Droz running a little bit wide, but that again could be a lag moment there at Woodcote. Coming through onto the old Star finish straight down towards Cops. Brzanczyk ahead in 14th position with back in the middle. In 15th in the roof. Franco Droz keeping his cool then as he's chasing this pack through Magnus Beckett. Up to the front then, War Tyres right with Vadim then for the race lead. The roof has got that Audi well and truly in his sights, broken away from Colonel McCoy then in third. And look at that, a pair of 158s by Warm Tyre is a very big statement. It's a 158.7 by Warm Tyre then as a warning to Vadim, I'm coming. You better get ready for me. And look at that, just half a second between the top two then. As they come through the loop, down towards Aintree. Yeah, he might just about be able to keep the roof at bay at the moment. But there's a lot of corners for Warm Tyre to capitalise on the advantage the roof has. Roof more a cornering beast. Oh, he had a look at the inside at Brooklands, but Vadim had it covered off them through Luffield. Round they come then, heading down towards Woodcote. They're beginning to leave a gap between themselves and Colonel McCoy, but he's still close enough to be able to capitalise it should these two come together. Or a mistake by either one of them. Colonel McCoy is ready to pounce on them. There are battles up and down the field though. I do want to try and keep up with as many of them as possible. What, pray tell, has happened to Franco Droz? He's pitted. Franco Droz has got damage, but I think that was lag damage. So Franco Droz, early pit stop. Interesting tactic there by Franco Droz. Hopefully he won't get lapped soon, but blue flags don't serve in the same way as they do in other motorsports. You're not obliged to, you're obliged not to hold the leaders up, but you're not obliged by the game to slow down. Very narrow line Warm Tyre was taken there into Stowe, but Vadim had that one covered again. And the more these two fight, the closer that Colonel McCoy in his pink roof is going to get. Through Vale, round club, stupid cameras. 159.2, 159.0, 158.8 by Colonel McCoy, so he's not fallen off the pace at all. Just a tenth off, just shy of 2 tenths off. Warm Tyre's best so far. Brilliant stuff. No way through then as he's getting down, as both these drivers get through the loop, through Aintree. Come on camera, keep up. There we go. As they go onto the Wellington straight. Warm Tyre is determined to regain some lost points. And again, Warm Tyre looks to take a much earlier apex of Brooklands than Vadim does. It's more the way that I did it when I was doing the practice lap for Vadim, going for a much wider entry, as we saw Star Classic do earlier on. Oops, as Warm Tyre running a little bit wide, just a touch on the grass there. That's going to possibly losing a bit of momentum on the Audi then, heading down towards Cops. But not too much then, he's not lost a great deal of time then. As they stream on down towards Magnus and Beckett once again. Looks like Vadim hit the curb on the entrance to Magnus rather hard there. That could again just be how it looks from a spectator standpoint. This is the view from Warm Tyre. Again, you could just see Vadim just creeping away in the straight. But it's in the corners that Warntire has his advantage again. Getting a bit out of shape there. Warntire well held. Started to lose it a little bit on the entrance of Stowe, but managed to keep the car controlled. That unfortunately has lost him a bit of momentum, but still 30 laps to go. We've still got plenty of time here, and these two already locked in a battle for the lead that isn't looking set to end anytime soon. Colonel McCoy is still looming there as red as opposed to pink. I do beg your pardon. In some lights it actually looks pink. 158.883 was Colonel McCoy's best. It was at 159.6 last time, 159.3 for Warntire, 159.0 Vadim's personal best of the race so far. There you see how Warntire's reeled the Audi back in again. So the Audi having a bit more top line speed than the roof, and the roof having the better cornering efficiency than the Audi. That's East Neptune falling through the field. What's going on with him? He's just been overtaken then. Looks like he was nailed after club by his fellow Bentley then. HFO claiming that 11th position from him. Frank Rose is still going after his very, very early pit stop. Oh, that's a big old lot of damage he's got there. We have seen him lag already, so whether he has had an argument with the barrier and felt he had to repair the damage, I do not know. Neptune then sizing up HFO for 11th position. He's gone to the inside. Can he make it stick? No, he chooses not to. But back up to the front then. Let's not lose sight of these two for the race lead then, and through Stowe on the way to Vale. No, it isn't. I beg your pardon. I got my corners wrong again. That was Chapel heading down to Stowe along the Hanger Straights. Oh, that was nearly impact. That was very nearly impact. Warntire again going for that earlier apex than Vadim, but Vadim got the exit speed. That's again, that seems to be the difference between these two here today. Oh, just taking a drink there because my throat is very sore, which I apologise for, but there we go. I was not going to miss out on this race. And now you see why. The rest of the field has rather spread out a bit. There's a good few seconds between each car, except for the battle we saw between East Neptune and HFO in the Bentleys for 11th, and this battle here, Roof on Audi for the lead. Once again, Warntire gets slightly squirrely on the exit of Village, but keeps it going then as they come through Abbey onto the Wellington Straight. About 3 seconds back is Colonel McCoy. So no longer is he close enough to really put the pressure on. Again, there's the difference in line that Warntire takes to Vadim. Warntire trying a different line on the Audi, either as a distraction method or just simply trying to do something about the fact that there's an Audi in front of him. Warntire most certainly has the pace where it counts in the corners. Vadim just has enough straight line speed to keep the Roof at bay in the straights. Shows them being a little bit more corner heavy than it is straight heavy. There are some big long straights, of course, the Wellington Straight and the Hanger Straight. There's a lot of corners where those that are set up for cornering efficiency will come good. Both these cars bouncing heavily off the entry into Maggots there. But keeping the cars nice and steady. Onto the Hanger Straight once again. You'll see, there you go, the Audi just creeping away, despite the fact that Warntire will have a bit of slipstream off the back of the Audi. And still, Vadim is able to just open that gap now. Vadim went for an earlier apex than we've seen him do at Stowe. That's probably in direct defence of the fact that Warntire's behind him. And again, really heavily defending into Vale then, to keep that Roof behind him. Oh, and Vadim hit the curb rather hard. It does seem inevitable that Warntire is going to challenge for the lead. Oh, running a bit wide. It looked like from this perspective, or not 100% sure whether he kept it on the road or not. The stewards being very, very hot on that particular topic. Warntire falling foul of it 2 races ago. Vadim defending that inside line at Village. And again, Warntire looking to try and go around the outside at the loop, but Vadim covering it off. So close between these two. On to the Wellington Straight yet again. And heading down towards Brooklands. You saw how early Vadim went to the defensive line. Although that was not where Warntai was looking to take his roof. Oh, we had to get out of that. Vadim had already occupied the apex. This is kind of where Warntai was heading to. But Vadim had already taken the space. And again, Vadim using his advantage, such as it is, as they come through cops. Slightly wide there for Warntai. The occasional mistake is not the issue. It's what the stewards are looking for are the perpetual offenders. Not suggesting that any of our drivers do it on purpose, but there are times when drivers are unaware that they're taking an illegal line because the game doesn't necessarily punish them for it. That is the nature of the beast. Down the winter straight, we still see Colin McCoy. He hasn't given up on that chase. As you can see by the lap times, 59.1, 59.0, 59.1. He's keeping pace with them, but ever so slightly falling away lap on lap from these two. The team having that one covered before they head through to complete another lap then. Again running a little bit wide, or what it looks like wide on the exit of club. Through Abbey yet again. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I've actually muted my game. There we go. Apologies there if that actually muted it for the recording. I accidentally muted my sound output there. Not quite sure how I managed that. I think there's a button on my keyboard that I accidentally pressed. So, on to the Wellington Straight then. Yet again, 14 laps done, 26 to go, so quite some distance yet to travel. Let's not forget about those further down. Star Classic is continuing his charge. That is a Morvik ahead of him. He is still reading that gap in as we have a look at his lap. 159.5, 158.9 is his best. That is up, that's Nina's pace that he's doing there. So he was half a second up on Morvik last time around. The slides around Brooklands. Morvik is trying to press on, but we cannot keep our eyes away from this battle for too long. As they head down yet again, Maggots and Beckett's for the Audi and the roof. Oh, and again a big impact for Vadim, or what looks like a big impact through Beckett's then. On the exit of Maggots, on the entry into Beckett's. Through Chapel. Again, there it is again. You just see how the Audi is able just to creep away from the roof enough to give him the breathing space he needs to take his normal line through. Sorry, I got distracted there. Through Stowe. Now into Vale yet again. So I suddenly jumped over to the right there. Not what I meant to do. Sorry for the camera change. Whoa, running a bit wide there on the exit of club. It's very easy to do as running in the slipstream. You do lose that a bit of downforce. You don't want to give up the chase on the car ahead. Nicely done. Oh, and again, that's how close they are. Thought that was going to be impact then between the two. But not quite for Deep. Just managing to hold off Warntai, but Warntai not relenting in his pursuit of that lead in the slightest. And way to straight yet again towards Brooklands. Following near identical lines to that corner this time. I think Vadim taking an earlier apex than he would prefer to do. He's taking a tighter line this time through Luffield than the chasing roof. And still, Warntai has not found a way past the Audi, and the Audi has not found a way to break away from the roof. Start as you mean to go on, as they say, and that's exactly what these two have done. Heading down to Maggots and Beckett's yet again. Through the camp. Hear the rumbling Bentleys of, I think it's Neptune and HFO. You can see it here on the other side of the wall. Coming through the village of the Loop and Aintree, and corners like that. Look how close the roof is. It doesn't look like Vadim was able to break away. Vadim really going defensive very early. Oh, one side tried to do an outside maneuver, got slightly out of shape, but held it brilliantly well. Didn't lose very much momentum. Is he going to try a dive on the inside and fail? No, thinks better of it. It looked like he got a little bit squirrely on the exit of Stowe, but kept the car nicely controlled. Over the line once again. He must be pretty sick of staring at the back of this Audi. Through farm. Is he going to have a look on the inside at Village? No. Vadim covers it off nicely. Down to the loop. Vadim taking a much tighter apex there. Oh, one side's running a bit wide there. He's just managed to get it back on track. Careful with the cuts. Careful with the extends, gentlemen. You know I'm watching you. Another battle I want to keep an eye on is this one. There he is. It's Star Classic. Look how much closer he is to Morvik from the last time we saw. He has got that fourth position in his sights. It's a shame he had such a disaster on the first lap. Oh, what might have been for Star Classic. The battle of the Bentleys hasn't relented either. Who's in the pits? It's Nick Mido. Nick Mido has jumped in the pits. The Bentleys still locked in battle as HFO and East Neptune have been fighting like this for lap on lap on lap. Very, very close indeed. So that isn't showing any signs of slowing down. What's Franco Joe's actually? He's been minding his own business there after his early pit stop. Running a 2-minute dead, which is quite a bit quicker than those ahead of him. So he is reeling the back of the pack in. Back to the front then. Whoops. Worn tyre getting a little bit loose on the exit of Aintree. On the exit of Chapel, I beg your pardon. Watching a number of these corners do look very similar. And I will get caught out from time to time. He has been caught out I don't know how many times already in this race. Down towards Vale again. Can anything separate, anything other than a mistake separate these two? It is going to take a mistake from Vadim and a lunge by Warnside to change these two. To swap these two positions around, it seems. So it gets really bumpy on the outside of Abbey. I did wonder whether Warnside was going to throw it on the inside of Village there. Vadim really heavily defending. It's going to compromise his entry through the loop, but he keeps it going quite nicely. And again, they go onto the Wellington Straight. Look at this. This is Star Classic. On Morvik's case, then they just come through the same bit of track. And again, that's where the Bentley powers away from the roof. Ooh, that's one tyre. One tyre got very, very squirrely there. That was Blufffield then. That's going to lose him a whole bundle of time. He got a bit too hot. Looks like going through Brooklands and Luffield. That's lost him a whole bundle of time. But we've seen how much he's been able to keep up with the Audi. It doesn't seem out of possibility. He will reel that gap back in pretty quickly. Let's keep an eye on Star Classic then as he continues his pursuit of that green Bentley as they come down the old Starfing Straight through Cops. This will be where the roof has the advantage over the Bentley. One lap time to last them around 2 minutes 0, 2 minutes 5 for these two. Half a second in the roof favour. Oh, big old bounce there for the Mercedes, for the Bentley. Oh, Warnside, has he had another mistake? No, that's just where the timing's. Oh, again, it looked like he got a bit squirrely under braking there into Stowe. Again, that just could be how the camera looks from our perspective, but it didn't look like a clean entry to Stone for one tyre. That is going to give Vadim the breathing space he so desperately needs. But don't discount one tyre by any stretch. We've yet to hit halfway. I wouldn't be at all surprised if pit stop decide the running of those two. Look at Star Classic then. He's all over the back of that Bentley now as they are going through onto the start finish straight. The old start finish straight rather. No, nothing he's going to be able to do before Cops. Careful. I just beg your pardon. That's the current start finish straight, and that's Abbey they've just been through. And Morvik really heavily defending the inside line through Abbey curve. Through Village curve rather. I get all my corner names wrong. I do apologise. exit of the loop then. Again, this will be where Morvik retains that position. Oh, we're saying that's Darklands and a great exit from Aintree. Now jumps to the inside of Brooklyn's. Oh, he's missed his braking point. Can he hold it? Well held. He's sideways. He had the back end stepping out on Brooklands. He's now got Luffield, and that is 4th position to Star Classic. Very, very well held. Hello, Mobster. Good to see you, champ. Back up to the front there. You can see how Vadim has capitalised on that mistake we saw Warntire make earlier on. So Warntire needs to regain his rhythm. He does seem noticeably slower that time. You can see the lap times. 2:01 for Warntire, 1:59.9 for Vadim. I don't think it's going to be too long. It's probably at the halfway point when we see these guys pitting. I see Warntire struggling to get back into his rhythm a bit. He didn't hit anything. So and Vadim's in. And Warntire has copied him. Audi at the roof, both coming in at exactly the same time. That's actually it's a few laps before the halfway point, interestingly. Conan McCoy also comes in. As does Star Classic. As does Morvik, the top 5 all coming in at once. Will Groby follow suit? No! Groby has chosen to buck the trend and continue. I'm very curious on who's going to come out where. That's Star Classic. We see there's Morvik. The positions are all a little bit wonky at the moment. That's a McLaren that's in the pits. Groby's now gone through to take the race lead. As Vadim comes out in 2nd position, just behind Groby. There's Warntire. Going through, is that Gonzo in the mix? Yes, it is. That's oh no, it's Wacky Racer. Wacky Racer slots in between. Gonzo's, I was going to say Gonzo's listed in 2nd. What is going on with the positioning here? I've been told to go, apparently. I just need to give the position markers a bit of time to set up themselves up. There we go. So Groby leading the way for Team 2nd. Gonzo is indeed in 3rd. So Gonzo, the Star Classic teammate, has chosen to continue. Where's in 3rd position with Warntire. That is not what Warntire wanted at all. Oh, Groby! Where's Groby gone? There he is, he's gone off at Luffield. Groby then was in the lead of the race. He's just lost it. It's been a pretty good race, all in all. Mobsy should have been here earlier, dear boy. So then, Groby back underway. He's now in 5th position. Wacky Racer is still continuing. He's in 4th. There's Warntire with Gonzo directly ahead of him. And that is not what he wanted at all. That could potentially cost Warntire valuable seconds on Vadim. You can see Vadim is with don't tell me to go, I can't. I hope I'm not going to get that every lap. Lovely exit from Chapel there for Warntire, and I think Gonzo's getting out of the way. No good flashing your lights, Warntire. That's for position, dear boy. He does not have to yield, but I think Gonzo, saw the wiser move there and bailed out of it, although he was on the racing line, to be fair. And is Gonzo going to come in this time? Yes, he does. Gonzo then, from 3rd position, comes into the pits. Wacky Racer with the McLaren is following suit. Warntire now will regain that 2nd position once he comes around the club corner. But that has given Vadim quite a comfortable lead at this point in time over the chasing roof of about 4 and a bit seconds. Conan McCoy has fallen quite a way behind the lead 2, so he didn't fare so well, unfortunately. Star Classic is back in 4th position then. He pitted alongside the top 3, so that's Fastraw right behind him. He hasn't pitted. That is Morvik directly behind him. He has pitted. So and there's Neptune. Neptune's continuing, interestingly, so he's choosing not to pit at the moment. He's now up to 7th as a result of it. We'll see how he gets on. Groby then. Out he comes. Is he going to be in 11th? Yep, he comes out in 11th spot behind the Bentley half HFO. And the positioning markers are going a bit bonkers for some reason. So the closest battle we have at the moment is this one here. 5th position of Morvik and Fastraw. Fastro not having missed the pits at the moment. He could bail out of this battle earlier on, but we will see. That won't be my choice, I'm afraid, Mobster, but I will happily... you know me, I'll be in the commentary box. AOR will not be rid of me in a hurry. Due to the pit stop, then we do have... Oh, Morvik, he hit that corner so hard. That was the entrance of Maggots. That was he held that pretty well, but he's losing time behind Fastro. Goes to the outside, then he jumps onto the hanger straight, and that is going to be 5th position to the Bentley. I wouldn't normally drink as much as I am, but my throat is ruined. But needs must. Commentating needs done. Yeah, absolutely on that one, Mobster. Monzo then has got Wacky Racers already ahead of him. He's got that eyes on that prize. That's Groby with HFO already ahead of him. Groby looking to reclaim some positions. There's Frankadros then. We saw him take that early pit stop. He's in 14th then. Brzancic. He's been through the pits then. He finds himself quite a way back, unfortunately. That's HFO and Groby in swap position. Where are they? HFO's in the pits. That wouldn't be why. Careful, Wacky Racer, don't go too far outside the tracking club. Neptune continues, interesting. Fastro on Morvik's case then. We saw these two change position. Fastro still not pitted. We will see how that battle continues. But Frankadros and Abac are having a scrap. There they are. Frankadros trying to get the outside club. Whoa, that's forced back to go wide. On the start finish straight, Frankadros now has got the inside at Abbey and through past the roof he goes. Can he keep it on the road? Yes he can. That's 12th position to the Aston. Nice and clean. Nice switchback manoeuvre on Abac there. Struggled to slow that down, it looked like. But on goes Frankadros. Gonzo, there he is. Has got Wacky Racer already ahead of him. The field is fairly spread out now. Post pit stop. Oh, the sound glitch. Of course, how we missed the lot. Now Brzancic has now got some company. HFO's come out of the pits just ahead of him. As there you see HFO just ahead along the 1 straight there. The back is not too far away from Frankadros. So they could re-engage in battle not too long in the future. Gonzo and yes, Gonzo and Wacky Racer are not too far apart. There they are with... Oh, hello, that's Morvik and Fastro. Fastro's in the pits, that's why the positions have changed. There's what the gap at the front is at the moment. So one tyre losing out badly in the pit stops then, bearing in mind that he was right on the gearbox of that Audi. He was staring straight into the exhaust pipe and now finds himself nearly 5 seconds down the road. But we will see what Wartime can do. We've seen him throw the incredible laps in as the positions shuffle around due to the last pit stops going on. 1:58.8 for both of the top drivers then. The fastest lap of the race is still in the hands of Wartime. Well, that 1:58.499. But not a lot in it at the top. And Colonel McCoy is so close to Vadim's time as well, bear in mind. So, although he also lost out pit stop wise, he's a 15 seconds down from Wartime at the moment. And that's Frankadros climbing the field again. That's why Neptune's been through the pits finally. That's Frankadros just gone past him. So, 12th position that he comes out in. HFO, I think, backs in the pits as well. Yes, he is. He's just leaving the pits now, so he'll come out in 14th position. Oh no, he comes out in 15th and last position. Absolutely, Mobster. Star Classic had a terrible start, but he's really pushing on. Has been making some great progress in the field. Where's Nick Mido? There he is. Nick Mido, fairly close to Fastro ahead. Fastro's not long pitted. McLaren has got his eyes on that particular prize of 9th position. And Neptune, of course, pretty close to Neptune with the freshly shot Bentley. I wouldn't be at all surprised if if Frankadros has to come in the pits again. But you never know. We have seen 0 pit stop races go on before. So we will see how his race transpires, considering, I mean, it was very, very early that he pitted. Oh, now. No, sorry, looking at the time, he's just thinking these two have got very, very close, but of course that's in the braking zone. Last time around, 158.6, 158.6, near identical times for these two. Star Classic getting in the 158s as well. He gained 3 tenths on Conan McCoy. He's not too far off the back of his red. He's a red fella route. 3 of the top 4 are route. And of course the leader being the Audi. That's fast. Oh, is that Groby in the pits? It is indeed. Groby then choosing now for his pit stop. That should give Franco Drozd another position, and that's Neptune still on its tail. So that battle is not yet spent. Neptune wandering a bit wide at the exit of club there. That could get you in trouble if you do that too often, sir. Nick Bido still with fast draw. This is for 8th position here. A few battles, but with gaps in between them. Groby loses another position to HFO. Is Groby going to come out? Yes, he does. That's going to be 13th position for the roof. No, 14th. That's Brzezinski that's just gone past. No, beg your pardon. As Groby's just beaten Brzezinski out of the pits. So that's the position marker will sort itself out in a minute. There he goes. So Brzezinski then is in 14th place with Groby just ahead of him. Back isn't far behind the Mercedes of Brzezinski. Look at this. Neptune definitely closed in on Franco Drozd there. No good flashing your lights. It looks like they flash the lights when they go through that particular path for some reason. That's why I was thinking Franco Drozd was just flashing his lights and no one. My throat is just hanging in there. As the race goes on, I may end up having to say less if I'm losing my voice. For which I apologise for in advance, but unfortunately having a cold and doing a monumental, very mental as well, Rocket League commentary yesterday evening has rather put a lot of strain on my throat then. Oh, that was a terrible run through Beckett's and Chapel for the Aston. That's going to put the Bentley of Neptune right in the slipstream then. Can Neptune do anything about it at the entrance of Stowe? No, he's not close enough. The Aston just had the pace to maintain a big enough gap. And is that Franco coming in? Nope, that's just the way. Oh, yes, it is. Franco Drozd does indeed choose to pit again. Oh, he spun! Franco Drozd has spun on the way into the pits. Oh, no. I bet he was hoping I didn't see that, but sadly I did. Franco Drozd came in a bit too hot into the pit lane and spun on the entry. Into the pits then is that very, very battered Aston Martin. That's my car you see in the pit there. No one has retired from the race besides me. In comes the Aston then. Checking with our leaders. There's Vadim. There's one tyre. That's last time around. 158.5, 158.2. A new fastest lap of the race by one tyre by 0.3 of a second. And Vadim setting his personal best as well. So one tyre now beginning to get on with the job. He's got a fair amount of time to close down. It's about 4.5 seconds-ish when they cross the lines. Keep an eye on what it actually is. Watching the roof. Nicely held as they came through club. So that is 4.7 seconds of a gap when they cross the line. That's the gap that one tyre has to close down, and on that occasion he lost 0.2. That is the new fastest lap now to the Audi. 158.263 to Vadim. Both of them getting on with the job then. We have got 15 laps remaining. We are in the latter half of this race, well and truly. And that is a back marker. Who is that up ahead? Is that Franco Drozd up ahead? It is. That's the Aston of Franco Drozd that they are coming up to. Franco Drozd, a highly respectable driver, will not hold up the leaders. As most people are settled into their routines then. No one in a particularly close wheel-to-wheel battle at this stage. Oh, crikey. One tyre was very, very close to the old pit wall there. As I've lost track of where they are. That's Stowe heading down the Vale, I think. No, that's Cops heading to Magnus Beckers. Why do I keep doing that? Oh dear, oh dear. Before this evening's race, I did contemplate not commentating. I don't feel very well. I guess I'm not quite as well recovered as I thought. You seem to be making more mistakes than normal, for which I wholeheartedly apologise for. But not wanting to let the team down, I do my best. Let's check in with Star Classic then. We saw him really pushing on and challenging what was then Morvik for that podium position. Now, he's still in fourth position, about 6.5 seconds down the road from Colonel McCoy. Let's see what the laps were last time around. 158.6, 158.5. So, personal best for both of those two, as Vadim's just won 158.8 and Wartire 158.7. So, only a tenth in it at the top, but that's not enough. It's not enough of a gap for Wartire to be able to overhaul Vadim for the win. But one mistake is all it needs, particularly when your tyres are dead and the concentration starts to wane at the end. What might have been for Star Classic? Sadly, was disqualified from last week's race due to the corner cutting issue, which the stewards are being very hot on at the moment. Maybe a few words said about some people in this very race as well, but that's up to the stewards. But Star Classic, a newcomer to these leagues, is doing brilliantly well. Hope to see a lot more of him. Groby is fairly close for position here in 12th, chasing the back of that Bentley of HFO. Only 1.5 seconds in it as they come down the hanger straight heading towards Stowe. Can the roof reel in the Bentley then? Not close enough to make a difference at this stage. It's their laps last time around. It's 159.7 and 2:01.3, so 2 seconds to Groby's favour. Grobio race winner this season. He won the rain-soaked Zhuhai race. Oh, and he's had a lovely exit out of club. Slips through the Bentley. It's going to be a brave move at Abbey, but very wisely, I think he backs out of it. It's not a common overtaking spot there. Farm, village. Oh, sorry, entering village now. HFO sticking really heavily to that defensive line. It's going to compromise it through turn 4. And now that's the outside for Aintree. Oh, very nicely done. He's run too wide. A shame. Shame for Groby there. He ran a little bit too wide. I wonder if that might get him in trouble though, because he did run wide whilst completing the overtake manoeuvre. Well, it depends on what HFO thinks about it, as the overtake technically was complete, but Groby did run wide on the exit. So if that might have, he might have a few words to say about that one, but we will see. Vadim. Oh, he's gone very wide. That's not the usual line Vadim tends to take at Brooklands. Coming up to the back of the Aston, Soul Aston of Frankadros. There we see Wartire just behind. I think don't have to get close to that old pit wall. Into Cops. 13 laps to go. There's Colonel McCoy, and not too far behind is the ever-chasing Star Classic. There he is. 158.6, 159.0. So Star Classic is well and truly on the leader's pace. So is Colonel McCoy, to be fair, but on that particular lap, it's a few tenths off. Absolutely amazing consistency by these drivers. Hello, Maysox. You are always welcome here, good sir. Oh, what happened? Oh, what happened to you? Was it game and wheel or game or wheel this time? You're always welcome through my doors, good sir. You are always welcome. But at the moment, most people are fairly spread out, so no particularly close battles, although HFO is the closest we have at this present stage. So it's Groby we saw complete complete the overtake earlier on. Oh, your game died. Oh, goodness me, Maysox. When will you get a break, sir? You were just so average. Are you ever going to get a break? Goodness me. Star Classic's getting pretty close. Oh, the camera's lost that. I'd say that. They're getting pretty close in the braking zone, of course. A couple of tenths in his favour over Conor McCoy, but again, that's not enough to close that gap down, to challenge for it. Still quite a few laps to go, though. So we will see how they get on. Jump to one tyre then, as we can see. Oh, and he's gone very wide on the exit of Abbey. I think it's that one. No, Cops, beg your pardon. As the team has cleared Frankadros. Oh, one tyre gone all out of shape. Going through Beckett's there. That is going to lose him quite a lot of time. Not something you can afford to do. I'd say that. I mean, kind of course, a long way back, but he's trying to press on and gain on that Audi. But unfortunately, small mistakes like that, it's going to lose him a whole load of time. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have to rest my voice for a minute. My throat is burning. So I'm going to switch to the outside view of one tyre here as he closes in on Frankadros. You can actually hear my voice cracking at certain points. So again, I apologise for this coverage not being one of my best ones, but there we go. What can I say? Oh, well done, Frankadros. He chose a pretty good moment there to get out of one tyre's way. I don't think one tyre would have lost any real time as a result of that. Very nicely done. There you go, you can see the mistake that one tyre cost him about 4 tenths or so on Vadim there. That's Brooklyn's in left field again. I wonder if Vadim's made a mistake. Because to me, that Audi looks a bit closer. We'll see when they come to complete this lap, as they now come through Cox. But I wonder if Vadim made a mistake in that lap. Obviously, we're looking at one tyre, so we couldn't really see it. And I'm looking at the timings, and I am wondering whether one tyre has managed to close in by a significant amount on that Audi. Oh, he had to back out of that to prevent going too wide at Chapel there. That's again. Going to cost him time all the way down the Hanger Straight. And coming into Stowe. Not forgetting this man, Star Classic. Again, edging ever closer to Conor McCoy. 58.5, 158.9 that time around. So we come to the lead battle there. Now, was I right? Did Vadim make a mistake? As he crosses the line, he does. Hey, 158.9 if he did. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did lose a few tenths there, but it wasn't anything significant. Just shy of 3 tenths there. God, look how close the fastest laps are between Vadim and Wartime. Just 23 hundredths of a second between them. So there's Frankadros. His best to keep up with the leaders. No one has no stopped as far as I know, Maysox. Everybody, as far as I can tell, has gone through the pits. The front lot certainly have. Looking at the positions relative to where they were before and after everyone pitted, I don't think anyone has suddenly jumped on the field. So no, I don't think anyone's trying a no stop. Was it something you were considering for your race in the semi-pro, Maysox? Classic. Back through left field and Woodcut again. Could Star Classic challenge for that last podium position? a recovery drive that would be for him if he managed to do so. Bouncing off the curb on the exit of Cops there. He definitely is closing in on Colonel McCoy. Has Colonel McCoy got enough pace left to hold him off for another 10 laps? There's a Bentley, that will be Morvick. Oh no, what are you running in, semi-pro Mossons? I want to say McLaren because I'm sure I've seen you in a McLaren before. Keeping on board with Star Classic then. Let's see, it goes through Vale. Into Club. Very curious to see what the lap times are. Oh, Wartire's made a terrible mistake there with a 2:06.6. He's lost a tremendous amount of time. And Star Classic only gained a 10th on Colonel McCoy that time. Wartire, oh dear, what happened to you, sir? He had he's lost a colossal amount of time. 2:06, so a full 7 seconds, 7.2 seconds slower than Vadim. So he's gone very wide somewhere, or had a small spin. Certainly not what he wanted at all, but enough of a gap. Back to Colonel McCoy to keep that second place to himself, unless he has a colossal off, of course. But Star Classic is trying to threaten that last podium position. Colonel McCoy will definitely know he's there, but not having to change any particular lines that he takes. Oops, Star Classic running a bit wide on the exit of left field there. Careful up, we don't want you going to the stewards again for corner extending. Who else can we look at? Unfortunately, no one else, timing-wise, is actually close to anyone else. So this is actually the closest battle we have, time-wise. Oh, goodness me, Wartire again. I think he's lost a colossal amount of time somewhere. If he carries on like this, he could actually start to be in danger of Colonel McCoy behind. Interested to see what Wartire's time is again, because I think he may have lost another big chunk of time. Other than that, it's just the way that the timings work in the mountain braking zones. So he comes through Club once again. Careful. I don't know, 159.0, so he actually gained 9/10 on Vadim that time around. So no, he hadn't lost any time at all. Whoops. Careful. Careful, careful. There's the Abbey there. Definitely keeping a close eye on this battle here. 159.0, 159.4, so another 4/10 to Star Classic's favour. In the braking zones, he actually gets to within a second of Colonel McCoy. So Colonel McCoy will definitely know that Star Classic has been gaining on it. At that rate, he does look like he has enough time to be able to challenge for that last podium spot. So we'll see how Star Classic handles it. Into Brooklands. Left field. Kind of quite sticking to his line there. He's not having to defend just yet. I think he will have to very, very soon. Woodcut. Down the old start finish straight. Cops. Oh, Colonel McCoy's made a mistake at Cops. That's handed that position to Star Classic. And through he goes. Other than that, he pulled over and allowed Star Classic through. I think Colonel McCoy probably made a mistake at Cops there. And that is third place to Star. Very, very nicely done. Both Star and Wartire both doing a 159.0 last time around. Now, can Colonel McCoy do anything about the roof ahead of Star? Or has he lost the best of his tyres? Of course, Star's tyres could well go off very soon as well. So, Colonel McCoy's not going to let this go in a hurry. Oh, damn cameras. Look at laps. That's around 2 minutes for the Vadim. 1:58.9 for Worn Tyre. Wow, Worn Tyre now beginning to get on it. Gaining 1.1 seconds there. If Vadim has lost the best of his tyres, he could continue to lose a lot of time. So, lead battle may not yet be finished. Oh, Conor McCoy running very wide there on the exit of Aintree. Careful doing that. Oh, Star Classic definitely feeling the need to defend. Whoa, he's gone too deep. He's gone very, very deep. So's Conor McCoy, and he spun it. You saw how the car was shaking. That's just the cameras not being able to keep up with the slide of the car very well from this view. Oh, Conor McCoy went too hard into Brooklands and couldn't control the slide, unfortunately. Yep, Mobster, you definitely called it. You called it a while ago. So Star Classic now comfortably in that third position spot. And save for a mistake from the top two, that is likely where, or a mistake from himself, of course, that is likely where he is to stay for the remainder of this race. Worn Tyre now has Worn Tyre has made a mistake somewhere again. He's got Worn Tyre ahead of him. He's got Franco Droza rather ahead of him again. So Worn Tyre's race is going from, by his standards, from bad to worse. And that's actually Brzezinski just ahead. So Franco Droza again getting out of the way. Very nicely done. Whoops. Let's see what the lap was last time around. Yeah, 2:01. So definite mistake there by Worn Tyre. He's lost the time he gained last time around. He has lost that equivalent again. So with only 6 laps to go, it's looking like this one is in the hands of Vadim. Vadim doesn't need to push too hard. Tyres are going to be pretty second hand by now. So Vadim will probably welcome the opportunity to calm it down. But could it possibly happen that Star Classic starts to push on for that second spot? He's got a lot of time to go, so he would need a colossal mistake from Worn Tyre, but it's not impossible. As Worn Tyre exits Woodcote, Star Class is just going through Luffield, so again, that's quite a big gap between second and third. You never know. You never know. Worn Tyre may have yet to defend from a different route, but all they have to do is maintain their rhythms and bring the car home. 6 more laps to do. It's about 10 minutes worth of racing to go through as Worn Tyre starts to home in on Brzezinski to put a lap on the Mercedes. A bit too far ahead of the roof at the moment. Oh, Worn Tyre! Oh, he held it, but that got a little bit ugly going through Stowe. It looks like the best of Worn Tyres are gone